How do we study the Croatian duchies with few sources? Imagine trying to piece together a puzzle with most of the pieces missing. That's exactly what studying the Croatian duchies feels like, especially from the early medieval period. These duchies played a key role in Southeast Europe's history, but the lack of written records makes it tricky. So, how do historians manage to learn about them? Well, they use a mix of clever methods to fill in the gaps. First, they look at outside sources. Think of these as clues left by neighboring powers like the Byzantine Empire, the Carolingian Empire, or even Venice. These states often mention the Croatian duchies in their own documents, especially during times of war or diplomacy. For example, the recognition of Duke Branimir by Pope John VIII in the year 879 is a well-documented event that confirms the duchy's political existence. Such mentions help establish timelines and political ties. Next, archaeologists dig into the ground. They find remains of old cities, fortifications, and burial sites in places like Dalmatia, Klis, Knin, and Solun. These discoveries reveal how people lived, what they built, and what their society looked like. Pottery, weapons, and even the layout of ancient settlements tell stories about trade, social hierarchy, and cultural influences. Linguistic studies also play a part. By analyzing place names and personal names from that time, researchers can trace migrations and interactions between different groups. If a place name changes or has roots in a certain language, it hints at who settled there and when. This helps clarify the ethnic and political boundaries that existed in the region. Comparative analysis is another tool. Historians compare the Croatian duchies with better documented neighbors like the Byzantine Empire or the Carolingian realm. For example, understanding how the duchy was recognized by the Pope in 879 helps place it within the larger political landscape of Southeast Europe. These comparisons help fill in the blanks about governance and military alliances. Legal and religious documents also provide clues. Church records, papal letters, and religious texts reveal how the duchies managed their internal affairs and their relationships with the wider Christian world. They show how Christianity spread and how the duchies aligned with major religious authorities. From a regional perspective, studying the Croatian duchies involves understanding their position as a frontier zone. They sat between powerful empires like Byzantium and the Franks, and interacted with Venice, Bulgaria, and later Serbian and Bosnian states. This complex web of relationships helps explain their history, even when sources are scarce. All these methods together help scholars build a picture of the Croatian duchies despite the limited sources. They combine archaeological finds, external accounts, linguistic clues, and regional context to tell the story of these early medieval states. It's like assembling a puzzle with many missing pieces, but through careful work, a clear image begins to emerge.